Hello, everyone.
Yo.
Hello, welcome back to session 9 now of our new Pathfinder. Is it still new? I don't know. Pathfinder Second Edition campaign. How's everyone doing? Good.
Matt's just said he's had a power cut.
Oh, amazing! Great to hear. Coming into winter. This is exactly This is what we love to hear.
That was poor timing.
That's terrible timing. Lol.
Clearly.
Are you back? Oh, you're back, Matt. Hello.
I am now. I got an SSD. It was only for like 5 seconds apparently.
Oh,
But
damn.
hopefully it won't happen again.
Wow. This country's falling apart.
I thought the power was being rerouted to all the people trying to watch our campaign.
I bet the football fans are seething.
Oh shit! It's the football game on tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got BBC News on my.
Nice. Well, if there's any goals, you'll get inspiration.
If the Senegalese score them as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Inspiration, obviously, not doing anything in Pathfinder Second Edition, but yeah. Right. So, then in that case, if everyone is ready, let us begin. Oh, music. What music should I put on? New music.
I'm
Just
my Foundry's being weird.
there.
It says your web browser does not have hardware acceleration enabled.
You gotta
How
go. You
do
gotta
I
go into.
enable it?
You gotta go into your settings on. Are you on Google Chrome?
Mhm.
Right. So go to Google Chrome settings,
Okay.
and then go to System. And then use hardware acceleration where available.
It's on. I will turn it off and turn it on again.
That might fix it. And then just then reload. I guess.
Why does Vernell have a padlock next to him?
Because of. No, you're deafened apparently. Oh no, it's not.
it's the
It's
guy.
not.
It's the big
It's
guy.
the bear. That's why. It was the bear that you
Okay.
killed. Right. Well, in that case, last we left off, the party, after having been brought to Sethel, which was the home of the Rodrans, the Wood Elves, by the invitation of Simeon, Hanera's brother, the party discovered that the Rodran Wood Elves live in this beautiful, idyllic city, far away from anywhere that could harm them. However, they've been losing the war, and after a certain amount of events happened, which led to a fire that basically Alex's character Henning caused, you ended up basically getting exiled from. So upon escaping, you made your way through a portal that was made by Hanera. And you arrived in this strange area, this sort of twilight, gloomy, foggy forest that was full of danger. So after being attacked by bears and bats, giant bats that were flying across the sky, you ended up making a fire and resting in a cave. When upon healing, at the foot of the cave entrance was this strange-looking elf figure who introduced himself as Cadell, who arrived and asked to share in the warmth of your fire. And just before he finished last session, he told you all that, by his description, that you have found yourself into what he describes as the afterlife. After that bombshell, you're all sat around the fire, the flames crackling before you. He sort of has almost like a sort of wry smile on his lips. He sort of knows that it's going to shock you when he says it. He says, "And do you have any questions about that?"
This doesn't look like any afterlife I'm familiar with.
Have you ever been to any afterlives?
That's a good point.
I did say we're dead.
You did say, but
Could-
that
Could be
leads
that.
to a bunch of weird questions.
Could be that
It's
every
just
life
very
is.
creepier, isn't it?
It could be that every life is afterlife.
Cadell says, I wouldn't worry. You don't seem dead to me. And as far as I can tell, I'm not dead either. Those creatures that you saw, the ones with shields on their heads, I think it'd be more like them if you were.
And what exactly are they?
That is a hard question. It's part of why I'm here. There has been some changes recently in the mortal world. As you can tell, well, I'm an elf. This is what is described as the Gloom. It is a mythical place that elves go to when they die. I noticed that most of you are not elves, so I figured that you must have been here for another reason. I'd be quite interested to know how you came here.
Well, hold on. Before we answer your questions, I think we have a few more. If you may oblige.
You can ask me whatever you like.
First question, we have not seen many elves around. My assumption would be that, well, there would be things going on, unless you're telling me the elves, when they die, become little shield-headed creatures. If that's the case, then surely there have been thousands of elves that have died all the time. I expect this place to be overrun by them.
Millions. And yes, this place has a lot of them. Understand that this is not a natural afterlife. This place was created after a series of events that led to the downfall of the original immortal elves. It was created as a punishment, almost, by Fandaren. The shield-headed creatures you've seen are not how the elves in this place have always been. This is a recent thing. Something is, or someone has been neutralizing them. Has been... I don't know how to say it. Has been making them so that they are no longer able to communicate effectively and group together. They just live a base feral, instinctive existence out here.
We heard something quite big nearby.
Yes.
Any idea what that is?
There are a number of beings who inhabit this realm. Mostly those who were caught on the wrong side of the veil when it was put up. And their descendants. Giants, sort of goblin-type creatures live here as well. It is only elves that can normally flit between realms at the point of death.
Why do some things have faces and other things don't have faces here? Like, the bear over there doesn't have a face and is all tendrily, but those bats we've been fighting, they have a face.
Yes, those bats are... This is kind of what I'm also trying to... I'm a traveller, you see. I make a habit of going to places that other people will not go and learning about them. I've been all over the place, and wherever I tend to go in this realm, there are creatures that have been morphed and mutated by dark powers that have been congregating. I have just come from a great city that was ruined not so long ago.
Was it called?
I do not know. I only passed through it. It's in this realm. But there was clearly a great battle that took place there.
Needs a follow-up question. Do you have any idea why we can see the little one here and why it's physical?
I don't know what that is. And Nyx is like, what? What that is?
They're called Nyx.
I have never seen a creature like that. Not here, not anywhere.
Okay. So you don't see scarecrow things walking about?
I have not traveled that far across here. This realm is a one-to-one sort of reimagining, to say it that way, of the mortal realm. So we are in effectively Rodrana right now, but that is all I've been to here. There may be creatures elsewhere.
I suppose the most important question in my mind is how do we get out of here?
This is why I figured that you might need some help. Well, I'll make you a deal. Yes? If you help me with something, I'll show you how to get out of here.
What do you need help with?
Part of the reason I came here was I'm a purveyor of interesting artifacts. A curator of sorts. There is a temple, an ancient temple, not so far from here. It is said to hold a very important artifact for my people.
Okay. That sounds not at all shifty.
Well, you can think it's shifty all you like, but otherwise you may wander here until you starve or get torn apart by more bears.
You've got a point there.
And you're telling me there is no other people who can communicate and know this place within a good while from here?
Not that I've seen.
And, who is your people?
I am Sidon. I work for the Padrin of all Azura.
In
Does
what?
that answer
see.
your question?
And what is this artifact? What do you wish to do with it?
I am simply interested to see whether it is there. There are some rumors that have been going about that are distressing. Potentially an artifact such as this may be used for bad reasons. I want to make sure that it is locked away and unable to be used.
Can I do like a sense motive?
Yeah, go ahead.
If I can. Sorry. Let's see. Oh wait, it's diplomacy, isn't it?
Yep.
I should have done a hidden
17.
probably, shouldn't I?
No, it's fine. I mean, he seems like he sort of believes what he's saying, I guess. It's quite hard to tell. He's very hard to read. Like he's got a very funny expression on his face, almost like he simultaneously finds everything very serious, but also occasionally will like switch to like almost looking quite amused whenever he says something.
Strikes me as quite a otherworldly type of chap.
Oh yes, yeah. He says, I have been all over the place. It is my goal to make sure that ancient artifacts that have the power to destroy our people are kept safe. You understand? We have no reason to use these things.
I do not understand the. I mean, by all means, the premise of your investigation is sound, but is it not safe here? There's not really much going on here. The worst that's going to happen, someone's going to pick it up and play around with it for a bit here in a place that doesn't affect where you're from.
If we can get here and can get out, I imagine other travelers can come in and take it.
Part of the reason for my curiosity is that I need to see the place with my own eyes to confirm whether my suspicions are true that it has already been taken. But unfortunately, the temple has befallen a rather dangerous fate. A group of, I guess you would describe them in your tongue as goblins, have taken over and are now living there. But understand that these are not goblins as you would find in Orthaid or Capenny or something like that. These are a different breed. They have been separated from Erd for 10,000 years, at least. They are very, very vicious, and they've learnt to live and cope in this dark realm.
So, I can't help but feel we do not have much of a choice here. I do not like that.
I don't think we have much of a choice no matter what we do anywhere at the moment.
Here, you are an elf. Can you not find a way to get us out? You are having weird dreams and the temple.
No. I have no idea.
Great. Well, can we have a moment, please, sir?
Of course. He gets up. Thank you for the fire. I will come in the morning. If you have decided one way or the other, I will see you then. Yes?
Okay.
Okay.
He bows to you with this sort of like deep sweeping bow, and then steps away.
Before you go, do you know what black marble is?
Yes. But I don't think you'd like the answer.
Try us.
It is the life essence of the immortal souls of elves turned into inert objects. This is the rivers that you see around these parts, and I assume you have noticed them, is millions of souls, which have since been extinguished.
So Henera, you cough up elf soul.
I coughed up an elf soul.
You also cough up elf soul. Is
Did you?
anybody else
When did you
coughing
do
up elf souls?
Yeah, I thought. Oh wait, no, it was Hanero when she was healing me. I got that mixed up.
Maybe I should check my own throat for
Ugo, I fill your ears, friend. You're not an elf.
It is dark times for our people. a lot of people are on edge right now. It's best to. If you wish to leave tomorrow, I will bid you farewell. But understand that I desperately require at least some help. But have your conversations. I will see you tomorrow. And he steps out.
Okay. See you for breakfast. It will be bad.
Phaedra, if you can't hear Ugo very well, you can turn up Richard by right-clicking on his name, and then there's the user volume slider.
Yeah, sorry, my mic is a bit on the quieter side. I have everything maxed out my end.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's sat in this sat in this cave. You're all just sort of watching around the fire. Strange fellow, having walked in and since left. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I don't trust him one bit. Whatsoever.
It is curious how he knew where we were.
I think he's been following us. We caused quite a bit of a ruckus when we first arrived.
Quite frankly, though, I do not care for his ambition. I just would like to get out of here. And I do not see any of you coming up with a good idea.
Yeah, I think we should help him so he can show us out.
I think it's the only way out.
This artifact, he say it can bring end to Sidon. Do we not like the Rodran?
We do.
No, not necessarily. It is much more complex than that, Ugo. We talked about this.
If Sidon is bad and artifact makes Sidon end,
Not necessarily. There are good people everywhere, but some people in charge of certain groups, like that one lord who tried to chase us out over something we didn't do. Quite simply, lots of bad people, lots of alright people. He might be alright and just be really fucking weird. I see no way this could hurt the Rodrans if this artifact can be used to destroy the Sidon and he just wants it gone.
I suppose if we took it, then chances of leaving may be not so good.
Exactly.
So is it so bad here? Is it that bad?
Yes.
You have only lived here less than 1 day. How do you
Ugo,
know?
where is the food?
We
Where is the
have.
breakfast?
The bet is very big.
Yes, but is
Lots
it
of
nice
food.
Ugo, is it nicer than boar or the kind of ribs you would get back in Copenia? Just come on.
It's not so bad.
Yarrow, make me a religion check. Did you hear me?
I heard them talking.
There was a brief noise.
I don't know why, but all of the levels of everyone's voices are wrong, and the music's like louder than everything else.
If
which
you
is a bit disorienting.
you can turn the music down. There's like a volume thing for it.
Oh, yeah, you need to put it at like basically like the lowest it could be, or maybe 1 notch above that.
Yeah, because it's Bardley is quite loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also just need to. Now that I know I can change the levels in everyone's voices, I'm just going to quickly adjust it because some people are like way louder than others.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, can you make me a religion check when you get the chance?
Yeah, one sec. Let me just make your voice a bit. How? Oh.
So cold in this house.
Yeah, it has been cold recently.
If you turn the server on, that'll heat the room up.
But we're not playing Valheim.
In a way, we.
Oh, nice. Yeah. As you see Ugo going to bite down on a bit of bat, you have this sort of, I guess, like religious slash cultural story that you heard from, I don't know, just either reading or just hearing like some folk tale, where you learn the bat itself doesn't seem to be necessarily like although the bear was kind of not really an undead creature, it's definitely had like a strange energy. The bat seems like something mutated. It doesn't look like it was a bat originally. You've got this sort of like, I don't know, something comes to the forefront of your mind of like ghouls. Like the first ghouls were created by when someone ate a sort of dead mutated creature, and it just seems whilst it's not necessarily like immediately like Ugo that might be the case for him, you definitely feel this sort of urge to, I guess, sway Ugo from eating it potentially.
Would it be?
Okay.
Would it
An
be?
Ugul.
I was about to say, would it be Ugul or Gulgo?
I just
Ugulgo.
said that.
A ghoul, yeah.
Brilliant.
Ugulvin.
You might want to just hold on there one sec.
What?
Do you mind if I just have a little look at it before you eat it?
There is plenty. Here, have this leg.
No, I just want to look at it. I don't want to eat it. I get in a bad sense about it.
Oh, it's okay. It is fresh. See, look.
As Ugo hands it over to you, you see that the sort of skin on it actually, like when you look a bit closer, it seems to be wriggling slightly, almost like it's like reattaching itself, like where it's been cut, and like it seems to still be alive in a strange sense.
I don't think meat should be moving. Have a little closer look at it. I don't think it's right.
Does
I'm getting a bad feeling about it.
does almost taste more fresh than normal.
Yeah,
No,
I agree with
let's
the
not eat
adult
this.
Time. Ugo, please put that down.
Let's just burn it. Let's just burn it.
I suppose I have had enough already. I've already had one leg.
Ugo.
Well, maybe you should consider removing that from your stomach.
But then I will be hungry.
I appreciate that, Ugo, but it's probably not good for you.
Your stomach suddenly like growls like really loudly. You've got a bit of like, I don't know, there's pain in your stomach.
Oh. I will not waste the food. I will hold it down.
Ugo, just vomit. Just be sick. Let it all out.
If you're not doing it, we will force it upon you, and you will enjoy it a lot less.
I will not. It is food. Do not waste meat.
Can you please give me a hand holding him down, please?
Sure.
You will not hold me down. You will not hold me down. I do not know how you will make me vomit, but I will not. I do not want to see you try.
Fade to black.
You spend the next 6 hours trying to get Ugo to stay still. Ugo, yeah, your it feels quite painful. Make me a fortitude saving throw.
Okay.
See if you're. Oh, I can't see actually what
Oh.
you've rolled there.
Oh, 12.
Okay.
It was hovering on the 20 for some time, and then.
Oh,
If only I had my legend point.
Your normal iron fortitude, it doesn't seem to be saving you this time. You feel something like it's almost like something alive is crawling in your stomach, and you feel it sort of like rising up your stomach into your esophagus. And as you're sort of stood there, you sort of like all the kind of like all the meat just like it starts crawling almost out of your throat, and like you just like you're not throwing it up, it's like almost walking out of your throat and then trying to reattach itself to the rest of the bat's body. So like so you sort of start gagging and spit it out, and there's just like a clump of like half chewed half digested meat that just is like slowly like almost like an ooze like crawling back towards the rest of the bat.
I want to take my
I
maul
like
out
to-
and try and splat it.
You splat it, yeah, it splats all over the place, but then you see that all the little globules just slowly start like recombining.
I get a torch out and I just chuck it at the body and try and just burn it.
Yeah, it's gross. The body catches fire almost instantly, you know, and you see that once the bat has like sort of properly been burnt, almost like to charcoal, the whatever is keeping it alive has since gone from it.
Yeah, that is not nice, is it?
No more eating bats.
Okay, maybe no more bats. I mean, maybe could have just been that bad.
Hugo, no more eating bats.
What can I eat in this place then? It's just
You-
bats.
We have rations.
What about bear?
What about
Don't
bear?
eat the bear.
What about elf soul? They come out of you, so must be. No, that is not good logic.
That's practically cannibalism. Wait, is that cannibalism if you're different things? Weird.
The
weird either way.
lines between cannibalism and desperation, not super important.
We have rations. You should be fine.
Yes, they are quite boring.
I know, but we don't have to, but if we get through this job, we can get out of here and you can eat something nice.
And the rations will not last long.
No.
We if we cannot get food while we are here, that's not so good. Maybe when we meet the purple hair man again, maybe he know where to get food, what food we can eat. Maybe there is plant.
Okay. But we should all rest for tonight. This has been awful.
Yes. Hinera, could you all that retching has opened this back up. Could you give me a hand?
Yes. I would, but my foundry isn't working.
What are you trying to do?
Medicine check, right?
Yeah, so another trying to heal up. So I'm still down 13.
Well, you're about to go to sleep at least to start with, right?
Yeah.
So you'll get some.
Yeah, I keep forgetting what we actually get on long rests in.
It's your
Goodness.
Constitution modifier
Oh right, just Constitution modifier times level.
times level, yeah.
Okay.
But it'll be halved tonight because it's not particularly comfortable.
Yeah, so it's not going to be a lot.
So that would be because my con mod's 1. Would that be just 1 then?
I think it rounds up actually.
Oh, okay. That's
It'll
weird.
be two. It'll be 2.
Okay. That's weird. I'm so D&D has ruined my brain.
No, because otherwise, if you're level 1,
Hmm.
and you've got a con mod of 1, and you have an uncomfortable sleep, you get 0 hit points if it rounds down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it does round up to. Anyway, so are you all staying the night here then?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the
Yeah.
idea?
Yeah, I'm doing a medicine check first, though. I'm just trying to get it to load. Because you might as well do one now, and then we can do another one in the morning if you don't have enough health.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
What did I get?
17.
Oh, that means it
Uh,
passes. So if somebody else rolls 2d8,
I'll do it.
because
what's
it's
it
being
called?
really slow.
Stop
Privately rolled
privately
it
rolling
again.
dice, Richard.
Oh, I've got it on self roll.
No.
Well, it was 7.
Okay, fine. I believe you.
Oh, does it? Wait, do you not see that?
No, I can't see it. If it's
Oh,
self
what the hell?
Yeah, if it's self roll, only you can see it.
Can I? Is there a reveal? I don't know. Oh, reveal to everyone. There we go. There is that option. Is that plus anything, or is it just that?
It's just that.
Cool.
Hugo is healed for 7 damage.
7. It's 7 points of healing damage.
Yeah.
7 points of healing damage. That's it. Right. So, what are people taking watches then?
I think so.
I'll take a watch with Nyx.
Yeah. I think like Henning. Let's say Henning goes to sleep. Then there
Yeah.
could be two other groups like Ugo and Yarrow and Panera and Cascus. Maybe.
Okay.
Or the other way around. Right. Who's going first? Cyan, are you going first then?
Yeah.
All right. So all of you go to sleep. Except for Cyan and Nyx, who is sat there. Nyx is sort of just like looking around at the fire and looking around at the rocks, and she's sort of touching the stalagmites and saying, these feel cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this your first time actually physically feeling things?
I think so. I feel like it's hard to describe. I feel like it's familiar. But as far as I can tell, it's the first time.
Are you sure you're one of our... You know, the people that would hang around our village? Sure you're not one of those? I mean, if this is familiar, you're not from here, I don't think. You were familiar with that well.
I don't know. I think that I feel like I know more than I did even a week ago, if that makes sense.
Well, you learn something new every day. Even if that's just how the day's going to go.
But I can't. She sort of scratches her head. There feels like something I should remember, but I can't reach it.
Any idea how I can help?
I don't know. I want to see more of this place, though. Maybe it'll. I don't know why I don't know why I'm different here.
It is rather strange.
The elf talked about a city or something.
You want to have a look at the city?
Well, it's probably dangerous.
A lot of things worth doing are very dangerous.
Depends how far it is.
Yeah. Maybe we can come back at some point.
Not sure your friends would like that.
Well, who knows?
We'll see. Make me a perception check, Cyan, for your watch.
Okay. Perception. 15.
Yeah, just sort of sitting around. The fog itself spreading into the cave is quite mesmerizing to look at. It almost like is like a fog machine, sort of just like coming out of the entrance to the cavern and sort of settling a lot amongst the ground. So it's quite cool on the ground. And you notice the rest, like quite a lot of your friends while they're sleeping are sort of like either cuddling up closely together for warmth, or like wrapping themselves with blankets and covers and all sorts of whatever they have, bedrolls. The fog itself it is weird. Like around the fire, it does seem to spread away from it, almost like it knows to stay away. Perhaps it has some sort of mind of its own. But anyway, the rest of your night comes to the rest of your watch comes to an end. Who are you gonna wake up?
I will try and gently push Ugo awake.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're up, buddy.
Oh,
Are you doing a watch with the arrow?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up for it, yeah. All right, cool. So in that case, right, Yarrow and Ugo again. You're seeing this spooky cave. You're not, there's always that bit of terror that something might just pop around the corner at any moment. Is there anything you want to talk about or do, or in your watch?
No.
Fair enough. Ugo?
Nothing in particular. Just kind of, it's just kind of like muttering to himself about not being able to eat the bat.
One track mind.
It's like, oh, really not able kind of bad. Must have rations. Stupid bread. Don't even like bread that much. Like meat. Just mumbling that sort of stuff, like maybe pacing around a bit.
Yarrow's not used to being made to get up to do watches. She's a bit like,
Yeah.
passing life.
Sleepy and Miserable is the name of the game. Can you both do me a perception check, please?
Sure. Is it secret?
Just do it in the open. It's fine for this one. Usually it'd be your perception DC, but I like making people roll. So.
Okay. 23.
Okay. Again, it's quite a calm, peaceful night, really, considering that there is a sort of half-dead bear bat that's been like burnt in front of you. Again, yeah, there's nothing particularly scary that happens, and your watch, comes to an end. And next up is Hanera and Cascus. Okay. Hanera and Cascus, is there anything you want to do on your watch, or?
Well, Cascus just doesn't get up, basically.
I'm just gonna not wake up.
Well, he does, but he kind of just refuses to get up. He doesn't do watches.
Okay, fair.
And I'm sure Hinera will probably be quite grumpy, and rightly so, about it. Or might quite like the fact that she doesn't have to spend time with them. I don't think he's the most, fun person to be around.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Oh no! I don't get to spend time with Casket.
Yeah.
That's the state of play.
All right. In that case, then, Hinera, make me a perception check.
I have +6. If someone wants to roll a d20, and then we can add +6 to it.
I can roll you a d20. I'm going to do it public, is that right?
Yeah, that's fine.
I've rolled a 15 for you.
So that's 21.
Okay. As you're sat there, Hinera, and you watch as Cassius just rolls back over to go back to sleep. Yeah, it's quite a spooky night. The bear, like as you stare at it, its burnt body in front of you, sort of almost starting to crumble to dust, almost as the night's gone on. You have this sort of like strange sense from the fog. I don't know. The fog seems to be like almost like whirling around you. It seems to be almost like, in a strange sense, reacting to your innate magic. As you're sat there, it sort of slowly, very slowly at first, begins spinning around you, whilst everyone's asleep.
Weird.
And you sort of like, as you instinctively like raise a hand to just sort of play with it, it begins to sort of swirl around your hand, and you almost feel like you can kind of control it.
Oh, cool.
Like
Can I draw shapes in it?
Yeah. As you're sort of like psychically communicating with it, like you can sort of clump bits up and spread bits out. The fog whirls around your hand and goes up your arm. It feels like it has a connection to you in some sort of strange psychic way. As you're sort of like doing that, just looking around at the rest of your friends, you sort of have this at the back of your head, like, desire to just run away and join in, with the creepy things. Like it almost is like what's it called, like a intrusive thought. Like, oh, maybe I could just go and just live in the woods and just like just to play with the fog and all this stuff. But before long, those intrusive thoughts go, and you're back. You're back to normal. Make me a perception. Oh, so you've done that already. 21. Nothing particularly happens else other than that. And by the time everyone else is starting to wake up, the fog is reacting less and less to your psychic power. To the point where when everyone else starts waking up, like it's just not reacting at all to you now.
Okay.
All right. So the next morning comes. You all who go minus clumsy. Okay, fine.
Just testing.
Yeah, that's fine. The weather hasn't changed in the slightest. There's sun that is pouring through like cracks in the top of the cave, and from the entrance. Again, there's no sun. It's sort of just like a brief glimmer of light. What would you like to do? Just have some breakfast?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have food? Do I
But you
have food?
Yeah, you have a lot of rations that you got from the elves when you made that bread and stuff. So you have 10 days rations, I'll say.
Okay.
From that, and then whatever else you had on you.
So it comes off a bit weirdly. So I've got like rations 6 out of 7, and then I've got 2 of those. So is that 7 of them make up a certain amount of bulk, and that's how it's being
Yeah, that's right.
being done. Okay. So if I
Yeah, I think maybe one.
Use that down to 2. And then there'll be 1 remaining.
1 week of rations is 1 bulk. Yeah. Oh wait, hang on. Oh no, 1 bulk of rations is 70 days of rations. So that's
70?
1/10 of a bulk. Yeah, 1/10 of a bulk.
Oh.
Which is strange. It's strange.
It's not just negligible, because as far as I can tell, you can only have like one. It's only like single units of bulk.
Oh, right, it's 2 L, not 2 bulk.
Yeah,
So it's 2 liters of the capacity of the backpack, but not.
yeah. Yeah, and 10L is 1 bulk.
Right.
In that case, before long, the strange elf Cadell returns, pops his head through the entrance. I had a thought.
Careful.
I feel bad for insinuating that I was going to use you. If you wish to leave now, I will show you to where you need to go. And if you wish to help me, I will be grateful for that. And if we ever meet in the future, I will owe you a favor.
Just out of interest, this is great to see you again this morning. Your benefactors. You say you report directly to the patron.
Report is I work for the Padron. I report to myself.
I see. And I do not know how to say this politely, but are you well endowed?
He raises an eyebrow.
Caskis, I don't think now's the time.
What is the problem? I'm just asking him if he is well endowed.
Endowed with what?
Yarrow is dying of laughter now.
Why is everyone finding this so funny? It is a pretty standard thing to ask somebody.
Where?
Yeah, who you're courting.
Courting? Preposterous. I would not. I would just say how big is your? Oh, I see. Your status and your renown. Where I'm from, endowed is a word we would use to describe this.
What are you referring to? I'm sorry. I'm foreign.
That's
To you.
That is okay. You see, I am a very, very well-renowned businessman, and I am always looking for a new, how do we say, new business ventures.
Are you well endowed, Caskis?
Of course.
Okay. Let's move on. All right. Okay. Yeah. You are looking for business ventures.
Myself,
Well.
my employee Hugo here. You see, we are from Kaskis, the Purple Bank of Povrif, which is a very famous cartel. I'm sure you've probably heard of it.
I did business with human merchants a long time ago. It was a mistake, I suppose.
You see, you clearly got some bad ones there.
Yes, that is certainly the truth. Let me put it like this. The favor that I would owe you is not for necessarily material gain, but I have lots of allies and connections that if you ever needed to have a fast track for some diplomacy or something, I could do that. As for money, I do not have much.
Well, you see, as you I'm sure are aware, humans are not particularly welcome within the, how do I say, the bowels of your empire. And I'm just a humble businessman looking for opportunities to develop close relationships with between our two peoples. So diplomacy sounds good to me.
What is for the rest of you?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Nix wants to take a look around this place a little, so a little bit of exploration should help.
It will be dangerous.
How close is it to the city?
The city to which I referred to.
Yeah.
We'd have to go back a couple of days. Travel.
Ah, I see.
I've just come from there. This is why I've happened to pass you.
Did you see, I think only in here we see big obelisk. Do you know what this is?
Yes, they are. How do I describe this? Connection points that were made by Fandarin when this realm was created. They are strong points, almost like imagine a rivet holding two sheets of iron together. They nail this realm into place, parallel to the realm that you call home.
So if these were not here, what would happen? Would it be maybe harder to get between planes because they become so far apart?
Yes, the two realms would eventually wander further and further apart until they were no longer recognizable from each other.
Just to double check, when you say it is going to be dangerous, what type of danger? Other than these goblins, you say?
Well, if the stories are true, the artifact is defended in the temple by many tiers of defense. I am not exactly sure what, but you must be ready for anything.
I see. And if by chance we become stuck or are unable to continue, how would we find you again?
I will find you. But this is another thing, that if I end up dying, well, let's say your chances of getting out of here will be unlikely. So that is an incentive to keep me alive, at least. And again, if we backtrack on this deal, if the artifact is there and you attempt to take it from me, you will have a powerful artifact, but no way of getting home. So, do we have a deal? The temple is only another maybe 5 or 6 hours walk from here. We could reach it by midday. If there is such a thing here.
I think we should.
What does everyone kind of look like? Do people seem visibly okay with this idea?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Hugo looks pretty content to go along with it.
Yeah, she seemed maybe like neutral, leaning towards it could be an interesting experience.
Well, I think you have yourself a deal.
Fantastic. Well, let us then, in that case, go. I will lead the way, as I know it. So the rest of you, be quiet. We, not in any offensive way. We just do not want to draw too much attention to ourselves, yes?
Sure.
All right, should we take a break then?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, let's come back in 15 minutes or so.
Okie dokie.
All right. See you in a little bit, Russian spammers.
Hello, welcome back. So just before the break, the party just had rested up and spoke to Cadell about his plan to find this ancient artifact. What is everyone doing? Ready to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So Cadell leads you. I'll move you all to the title screen for this. Yeah, Cadell leads you out the cave, through the sort of ravine that you had once that you had come through originally, and takes you back to the road. He sort of, you watch as he sort of casts a spell, and this sort of like arcane sort of blue magic shoots out of his hand, and it sort of covers you all in a bit of like a shimmering foil, like that vanishes after a while. He says, "This should keep us safe from any of the creatures around. Hopefully, they won't notice us." Well, we are going to go then, yes? So he takes you down the path. For the next few hours, you're traveling. As you're walking, Cadell turns to you, Hanira, and says, "I feel like I recognize you."
Where were you based?
I have spent a lot of time all across Asna. I mean, the Emerald City, Lenora. But you are a Trisfair, is that right?
I might be.
I would recognize that, that hair anywhere. It is a shame what happened to your father. I am sorry for your loss.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What brings you into the company of these strangers?
I just fancied a change of pace of life.
I assume they taught you to read and write.
They did.
Did they teach you to draw?
No. They tried to teach me to draw, but I'm not very adept at it.
It is a hobby that I've taken up later in my life. It's worth giving it a try.
Okay. Well, I'm not very good at it.
You should give it. Yes, take this. And he reaches into his bag and he takes out like a little quill. This might help you. And he hands it over to you. Consider it a gift. The quill itself seems to be made from maybe like an eagle's feather. It's got like very finely carved elven writing in the side of it. He says, it's helped me for a long time. But I'm too busy now for it. If you ever want to use it for any reason, here you go.
Thank you.
So he continues down the path. You're all sort of feeling a bit more protected from Cadell's magic. Eventually the road leads out of this sort of like forest, and begins to lead through like a sort of field with very short grass that's almost like a sort of has a bluish hue to it. From here you can see again the sky is just this orange twilight above you. Occasionally you can see these tiny little black like squares, almost like they look like almost like pixels or something, just like slowly rising up from the grass into the sky. and the fog itself again seems to interact with them in a strange way. As these little black pixels are rising up into the sky as you're walking from the grass, the fog itself seems to sort of reel away from it and then like go back to where they were. It makes it quite a lot more obvious where each of them are. But the road itself seems well trodden. It seems like paved. It seems like it was well maintained once. In the far distance, you can see, like, from this position up in like a hill, you can see down towards what seems to be a more like once how to describe it, lived area. There's like a few like villages and small towns that you sort of don't necessarily go through, but like are in the distance, and you see that they're made of like black, almost square-like buildings in the same sort of style as the obelisks that seem to almost like protrude out of the ground, made of maybe obsidian or some sort of black stone, almost like a brutalist architecture style.
And is it like, in my mind, it's like the ancient Sidon, like at the moment when Fandaren like copied the world, I'm guessing. Like
I mean that's potentially a way of seeing it.
like there's no modern architecture like anywhere.
Not any modern architecture.
Remotely.
Not any that you would consider modern. They all seems like very alien architecture, like lots of angles. You know, like Cadell says as you're walking, he says, this place is sort of like a mirror of Erd. The styles of these buildings, where you see them, they were made in black stone. In Erd, in Adana, they were made of white stone back in the day, and they had these golden, made of like white marble with golden sort of inlays and trimmings all across it. Here, everything is made of black and dark, and it's the opposite.
Is only Adana mirrored here, or is there mirror verse Orthade?
I don't know. I have not dared travel far enough. To get to Orthade would require a ship. I will take you to the coast, perhaps, before we go, and you will see why that might be difficult.
Okay.
If we do end up here again by some horrible twist of fate, how would we leave again? Are there other ways other than that which you are kindly offering in exchange for this favor?
The way I show you is the only way I know how.
Can I do a diplomacy check on that sense motive?
Are you?
What's my my second? No, it's not really. Not relevant. Does a 22?
22. When he says that it is the only way I know how, it seems that he's holding something back.
Yeah.
Also, can Yarrow just do like a religion roll on trying to remember if she knows or has read anything about, like, you know, other worlds or mirror worlds or underworlds, whatever you'd call this?
Sure. You can make a religion check.
Just because as she's looking around, she's thinking it's all very weird and creepy and quite unusual, but I just want to know if there'd be anything that she could reference.
Yeah. If you do a religion check, it'll be like a religious angle to it. Otherwise, you could do an occult law check.
Nah, she doesn't have a cult. She's got religion, so
Yeah,
it's
okay.
got to be from a religion. Well, I mean, her religion is like a nature spirit, so it wouldn't be too crazy.
No, sure, I get it.
Different.
Yeah, give me a roll. Let's have a look. 21. So you've definitely heard that there are stories of other planes, other realms, other worlds. One of the big stories you heard growing up was the story of the planet born dead and its destruction 40 years ago. This planet effectively that wanted to destroy Erd and suck its magical energy away, but was miraculously defeated at the last moment by a group of adventurers whose names have just sort of sunk into the the tomes of historians. There are lots of worlds. Usually, what people refer to as realms are like actually just different planets. So, like, you might go to a particularly fiery planet, and people would call that like a plane of fire or something. But this is the first time that there's like necessarily been this like straight up parallel universe that you've heard of, where effectively everything is the same except for it's mirrored, and it's like very similar.
Cool.
Cadell says, "Oh yeah, go on."
Can Cadell, in response to his previous diplomacy check, can Cascas use pointed question and say, "Oh, come on now, you are a incredibly learned elf, I'm sure, who's been here many times, and you're telling me the only way to leave this place is that which you know, and that is the only way. I do not believe it. Tell me the truth."
I did not say it was the only way. I said it was the only way I know how.
Well, so there are other ways, and can that be the question?
Yeah.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Yeah, go ahead.
14. Fuck.
He says, "I'm sure there are other ways. But it is difficult. It is difficult to explore other ways of coming here and leaving without, losing something. There are. I've heard of spirits. I will admit, who have the potential to transfer people between these realms. There are plenty of spirits who live in these areas. Spirits of light who are put here by Fandaren to guard over it. I'm sure that if you were to find one of those, they may be able to help you."
Interesting. Well, it just strikes me as such a lightless place that it is almost cruel that Fandaren would leave spirits here to watch over it.
Well, this was a cruel place. It was a punishment. It was designed that way.
I mean, I'm still slightly perplexed that a god can. I mean, I'm not a big fan of gods and etc., but I kind of believed it like any other person might. But can a god really create? Well, I'm just impressed a god can create this.
It took a lot of his power. It was a big punishment. I do not know if you've heard the stories of why the immortal elves did become punished and lost their immortality.
Well, I feel like I don't have much else to listen to right now, so if you want to share the story.
It's a complicated one. To go far back, it was over 10,000 years ago. There was no such thing as Nefsvens or Mistrans, before dragons, before even the Sidon and the Rodrins as we know them today. There wasn't really any distinctions between the peoples of this world. After the destruction of Fandarin's homeworld, when he came here, he created the immortal elves to fight against the elemental beings and the old gods who once ruled over this place. The immortal elves lived in harmony, and they had great grand cities in the old days of Adana, where Adana was all connected. It was one giant island, before most of it has sunk beneath the waves. Fandaren used the immortal elves to fight against the old gods and locked them beneath Mount Kaida, below Mount Sida. When the old gods had gone, there was a king who was elected by the immortal elves to rule over them. Fandaren gave them that freedom, that they could select one from amongst their leader, from amongst themselves, to lead them and to rule over them. But this king, whose name has been lost to time, he is only known to our people as the Silent King. He saw the gods. He saw Fandaren and Anciliara and Sikadan and the gods who survived the fall of Tal. He saw them as people to strive towards. Although he was immortal and was powerful and all this, he wanted to become a god of his own, to have the power that they had and the power they harnessed, and not be subservient to them. So there was so before the days of the war against the Titans, the immortal elves split into a couple of factions. There was the loyalists who sided with Fandaren. They are the loyalists who eventually retained their immortality. And then there were those who sided with the Silent King. The Silent King attempted to overthrow Fandaren, and although they had powerful, superior forces, and most of the loyalists who had elected the Silent King stood alongside him, there was a small group of elves who sided with Fandaren, and after the war, which killed a lot of people, Fandaren made the decision to banish the Silent King and his followers to this realm, which he named the Gloom. The elves who remained, most of them had their immortality taken from them.
For siding with Fandaren?
Yes, Fandaren didn't want a repeat a few thousand years in the future, you see. There were some who retained their immortality. People like Zulnakkar, Mantanish, these sort of people, the Iron Pariah, and the Kayadar of Radrana.
Excuse me.
There was probably about 200 of them at the time. The rest of the elves were sort of rebooted, to sort of put it in that sense. Which became another issue, which is why later Zulnakkar betrayed Fandaren and invited the Titans to this realm, and which is why the gods were killed. And this is why we consider the gods betrayers, because the elves that remained in Adana, they had their immortality taken from them, even for siding with Fandaren.
Your history is very long.
The history of the elves goes back a long time, yes.
Why was
And-
the Silent King called the Silent King?
Because he was silenced by Fandaren forever and
Oh.
banished to this realm. His name was erased from history books, and then after the wars against the Titans, all of civilization was wiped out, and society had to start again. So all the references to these people comes from either very ancient documents that have been found deep in ancient underground temples in Adana, or have been left as word of mouth traditions. Eretzar was one of the first Sidon elf people to unify the elves and to collect as much of this information as he could. And he created a book called the Sidenara, which is our holy book.
Yeah, what do you think of Pandaren, and how do the people of Adonat refer to him now?
The elves at Adana consider him a great betrayer. He gave us power, but he took it from us as well. It is part of the reason why elves cannot harness magic like other mortals, because Pandaren never trusted the elves after that moment again.
I mean, from the few humans I've met, I would say that the same proclivity could exist in them. Why weren't they punished in similar ways?
Because the humans were created during the wars against the Titans.
Right.
As fast-breeding, short-lived soldiers to fight. They just happened after the... they weren't... The gods weren't around long enough to see what humans would become.
So humans were kind of rushed.
Yes, and Pandaren had no hand in the creation of humans. It was Sikadan who created humans in Eshmelan. Pandaren... Oh, you're gone. Right, were you saying something, Eric?
I just said, what about halflings? When were we created?
I do not know. I do not know that, unfortunately. As far as I can tell, halflings also originally came from Eshmelan. They must have been created maybe around the same time, perhaps by Sikadan as well. Although I do not know why. No offense.
I mean, they're good at recon.
Perhaps. Perhaps that is why then. I can't help but feel that, yes, us elves got the short end of the stick, huh? We live our lives long, as they are, in Adana, and then we are relegated to this place after we die. And until recently, there was a thriving community of those people here as well.
What if you die here?
That I do not know, unfortunately. I have never seen what happens.
Then you go to the super afterlife, which is like this, but like doubled.
Yes, unfortunately, many of the people who have died here recently, I do not think will ever come back.
So you mentioned these black spheres are elf souls. Are there ways to, like, talk to them?
Unfortunately not. The magic that has been used to dismantle the soul of an elf in such a way renders these orbs inert. There is nothing left of them.
See. Your magic, right?
I have some magical abilities, yes. It is something that has taken me a long time to get used to. I was trained as a cleric originally.
So does that mean that you're a partaker of that weird herb thing, that Ichidian stuff?
Ah. I think you'd be able to tell if I had been. My skin would have turned blue and I would have become mutated in certain ways. No, I stay away from it as much as I can.
I see. Then surely there's side effects to not using it.
He sort of looks away and just carries on walking. He just sort of ignores you.
I see.
As elves, after a while, he says, as elves have learnt to cope in certain ways to using magic. It takes a lot out of us. Hanera, I assume, feels the same way.
Yeah.
Though I feel that you are quite new onto your magical journey, I assume.
Yeah. You could say that.
How new?
Well, I only really started casting spells properly when we fought that alligator or crocodile.
Did you know you could cast spells?
Hanera is visibly uncomfortable. Yeah, I didn't know they were spells. I knew they were magic.
Right. Okay.
It just
What's
sort
the
of happened.
difference?
Well, I don't really know. I guess it was magic that just happened. Well, I accidentally cast a lightning bolt sort of magic at my sister once, and then I was banned from ever doing it again, and I wasn't allowed to get too emotional because sometimes it would just happen when I was growing up. So I just never cast spells ever again.
And hid your emotion, presumably.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds painful.
Then why did you join the Adventurers Guild? I do not understand. If you had nothing to, I mean, I cannot exactly talk, but you knew you had very little. You had some semblance of magic that you thought you might be able to understand slightly, and what you just thought to journey out into the open like that.
Yeah, I thought maybe it would be helpful. I mean, like, I'd cast magic before, and I think I'd cast some spells, but I didn't really know they were spells.
Things just happened.
Yeah, it just sort of happens.
It is how it begins with us people, with us folk. There are not many elves who have an ability to learn from books magic. A lot of our magical potential is in our blood and through our ancestry.
I didn't learn from books either. I know how it feels when it suddenly sort of creeps up on you.
I didn't
Yeah,
read
exactly.
much. I know a couple spells.
What spells do you know?
Actually, to be fair, I don't read either.
Just a few. My family kind of taught me. I can just distort people's vision a little bit.
It's the girls in my family learnt to read, but the boys didn't really read much.
Hmm.
Well, from what I understand, the roles in society for elves are quite different to what is normal in human society.
Yes.
Very strange.
Thanks.
So the road continues on. After about 5 or 6 hours of walking, you eventually come up to an entrance of. It's sort of you come almost near a lake. There's like a sort of small little lake / large pond, that has like really murky water with a few of these orbs bobbing in it. Cadell holds his hand up and says, "I think the entrance is just around here." And you see as he sort of points over, there's this sort of almost landing. It kind of looks like a big plane with not like a airplane, but just like a flat plane with like these blue glowing lines running down it, entering into this cave that seems to have all these like sort of metal structures that have been half buried underground, leading into this sort of cave network that's sort of glowing. Cadell points over, and you see out the front of the cave, there's a whole bunch of like quite small creatures. They look humanoid, but maybe like maybe 4 foot tall, and most of them are wearing sort of either bones or sort of skulls on their faces. They're carrying bows. They're dressed quite strangely, almost in like leather like wraps that goes all around their body.
Liver wraps.
What's that?
Did you just say liver wraps?
Leather.
Oh, leather. Okay.
Yeah, leather wraps that sort of wrap all around their body and sort of have a few like gaps just so they can like move and be maneuverable. Let me show you the situation. This one. Hang on, just a sec. This isn't where you are. You're sort of over here at the moment.
Big map.
So you can see these creatures over here. They're sort of like chattering to each other, and you hear the occasional like. That's how they speak to each other.
They're not like the shield people.
No, not at all. These look like actual like conscious like creatures that can communicate and talk with each other. They're sort of like in a little gang.
I would like to pull out my bow already and things. Right, so what's the plan?
Cadell says, well, we need to get in there somehow. As he says that, there are two. You see, like crawling down the mouth of the sort of entrance of the cave, are two like quite large, faceless, almost like skinny creatures that have almost like pale skin and almost no like features of any sense. Like they just look like extremely large, skinny humanoids crawling on like a couple of legs. You notice that they've got like 4 arms each as they're crawling down the cliff face. So you see these two as well. And they sort of just like go there, and you see a couple of the goblins stand up and like throw scraps of meat at them, and then they just sort of like take it and then just like go off at the top of the cliff and start munching on them.
Oh, great! They've got attack monsters.
Who are they exactly?
I didn't think goblins were this civilized or organized.
These are not goblins that you would know from your realm. These have had 10,000 years to organize themselves. They still fight for power and influence, but the fact that they are so well organized suggests to me that there is someone holding them together.
Are we missing Cascus?
Is Cascus not on the map?
I'm on the map, aren't I?
Are you?
No, I don't see you.
I can see me.
Oh.
There you go.
Weird.
There he is. He's under Henning.
Oh, right, okay.
Be free.
Cadell says we have to get in there somehow. We can either try and create some sort of distraction or just fight our way through, or...
I think a distraction would be better. I'd rather not fight all of them at once.
Ugo's gonna ready his maul.
I could make a noise and bring some of them out, and then we can try and sneak around.
And then
Okay.
how would you get in?
I can do it from quite a ways away.
Show me.
Well, it's a spell. I kinda can't show you without doing it.
Then do it, I guess.
Okay, I'm going to cast Ghost Sound.
What's the range on that?
The range is hang on, 30
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, so you. The furthest you. I mean, like pretty much the furthest you can do from where you're currently at is where you guys are.
Yeah.
So that probably wouldn't be a great distraction. So you'd probably have to try and sneak off to the side or something.
Yeah.
So currently all of you are unnoticed, or unnoticed, undetected by the goblins. Cyan, if you want to sneak to another bit of cover, you can give that a try.
I'd like to try and sneak up here. I imagine this is like a great big pillar.
Yeah. The big pillars sticking out the sky. Stride up to half your speed. Okay. And at the end,
Sorry.
you need to make a stealth check for me. Make that secret. So just so I can see it.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how to get rid of that. There we are.
Okay.
Let me just see how far I can get first. So my speed is 25, so probably get about like 10 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, make me a stealth check and roll it privately.
Okay. Blind GM roll.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. So you climb over this and you make your way over to the other end. Behind the cover. They don't seem to have noticed you.
What did
I
you need to
would-
do that? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm going to pull out my bow and start aiming at one of the goblins. Just as a kind of precaution in case things go south.
Okay, so this pillar that you're behind at the moment, you can't actually see the goblins behind.
I can't
Right.
see that guy here.
Which one?
This guy.
This one. Not from here. I don't
Right.
But yeah, from there, I guess you could.
Okay.
You still have cover, so
Alright.
still hidden. This is what 65 feet. Yeah. Right, and what do you want to do now? Cadell's sort of like looking over to you, and I guess the rest of the party is just sort of waiting.
Yeah.
Did he say what sign is to go in?
You could just wait for him to come back. If he's in trouble, he will make it very clear, I guarantee.
Sam?
Yeah, I'm just checking something.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Cadell turns to the rest of you. I assume you're all ready for a fight in case this goes south.
enough. Kind of unsheaths the sword.
Yeah.
But I do not, what do we say? I would prefer to have found a diplomatic solution.
Yeah, feel free to go speak to them if you want.
Well, I don't think they somehow understand us.
10,000 years of language difference will do that.
Have you met these creatures much before?
I have seen them briefly. They tend to occupy most of the parts of the city that I was just in.
Are they vicious? Or, I mean, you said they're vicious, but are they proficient in combat?
Not really. They are what they are.
That is some good news, I suppose.
What about those things?
Those I have never seen before.
Oh, great.
I don't know what I'm doing. I have an idea.
Yep.
Could I perhaps try and wrap the thunderstone that I have to an arrow?
Yeah, it would require a crafting check.
I can do that.
Is
can I
it
do that?
is it a moderate thunderstone you have, or lesser?
Moderate? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just look at the DC for that.
So, I don't know. I was about to say
What's
it's
that?
20, but that's the DC of the Thunderstone, not the
Yeah,
not to
no,
make
no,
it.
no, no. No, you're not making the thunderstone. You're just crafting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be in that case task level. I'll say it's task level 3 because it's a level 3 item. So DC 18.
Okay. Am I making this blind or?
No. Just roll it openly.
Hey.
There you go. So sort of sat down with your back against the wall. You quickly wrap some linen or something to your arrow with the thunderstone embedded within it. You feel that it will fly at least, which is good.
And then I start aiming at kind of this far wall here.
Sure.
And I kind of just.
Yep. All right. Make me a general short bow attack.
Okay.
You're basically kind of looking for anything that isn't a natural one. So.
Yeah.
That's fine. Shooting off. What is your short bow? Is that 60?
Yeah.
On the range. What's it called? Thing. -2. Yeah, that's fine still. So flying off in the distance, you watch as this arrow sails through the air, hits the far wall, and you watch as like there's this crack of thunder, loud bang, and a whole bunch of rocks begin to fall from the cave. This creature who's eating sort of just like gets caught up in the landslide and is like dragged along down with it.
And then I'm gonna kind of motion the other way to kind of like sneak around here to the others.
Yeah.
Move over. Try and get behind cover so that I don't get spotted by the thing.
Okay. You watch as all the goblins sort of peer up at what's happened. They all rush over. They all start rushing over to see what the hell's happened, and they're all starting to clear the rubble from this creature that's got caught in it. So they're all just like surrounding it.
I kind of make a hand gesture to the others, like go, go, go.
Do we see it?
Yeah, you see. You see all that happen.
Okay. Fine. No, him like gesturing.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's go.
Right. So can you all make a stealth check for me, please?
Or you thought that was gonna come up?
It's gonna be It's gonna be blind gem check for you.
Sorry, I'll do it again.
Yeah, it's okay. That's right. We know that Yarrow's got a good roll.
Just gutting because it was a good roll.
Sorry, I didn't. Huh. I
Yeah,
didn't-
Cascas reroll for me, please. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so you all begin to run over. Slowly, slowly. Cyan, you cross over here. Cadell crosses over. You all begin to slowly move one by one. And sort of, I assume hugging the cave.
Yeah.
The fog helps a lot with this. You slowly begin to make your way in. However, there's some bad checks that's happened here. How do I reveal these?
I think you
Oh yeah.
right click and then
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Oh, fuck me.
It's always me with the bad stealth rolls.
It's
There's
that
a-
bright orange hair.
That is-
Yeah, well, to be fair, it's quite bad for everyone. So as you sort of get over here, these goblins don't notice, but this creature up here, sort of, you watch, Cyan, as you look up, and this like faceless creature peers over and just sort of begins dribbling down on you, and it just sort of begins
Oh, is
vibrating.
it dribbling? It doesn't have a face. I don't like that.
It's sort of almost like sweating, almost like this sort of like long, stringy mucus like substance is sort of dripping off it on top of you.
I don't like it.
But I guess we should roll initiative. Ooh. Let me just add you all to the encounter. Just bear with me. Bonk. There we go.
I take it as just regular perception or like stealth or.
Stealth. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
should I reroll or just take the
Uh,
minus?
Just what is your number with the stealth modifier? Just use the roll, but.
So it would have been, yeah. So it would have been 2 with stealth.
Okay. Let me just roll the rest of these, and then I'll move everyone to where they should be.
mine would have been 9.
Okay. Hanero would be 9. Ugo would be last. I'm not gonna. Yeah. What about everyone else? I put Henning for perception as well. I'm just gonna have Henning be out of this. It's fine. He'll be around, but. Okay. In that case, this creature's first then. Ooh. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, it's not that. It's this one over here. Still struggling, and still hasn't noticed all of you. It's gonna use an action to try and break out again of its thing. Okay, it's got sort of halfway out of the rubble. Oh, Cadell looks over and you hear him, so just be like, ah, shit. Cadell casts invisibility on himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You watch as Cadell vanishes. Henning. Cascus.
I think This is gonna use the. I'm thinking the delay action. Sorry, I beg your
Yeah,
thinking.
that's right. Delay's a free action.
Yeah. I'm gonna use. Yeah, I'm gonna use my delay action.
Okay, cool. Just tell me when you want to pop in, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is this other one not in here? Oh yeah, no, it is there. Okay, these are all helping at the moment. They haven't noticed you. All right, now this creature. Dribbling down on you, Cyan. It jumps down. And it's going to make an impaling lunge attack. No, it's going to make a frenzied assault.
I'm going to nimble dodge.
Right, sure.
First one.
So that's going to be 24 to hit.
Yeah, that still hits.
13 piercing damage.
Oh,
And then it's got another one with multiple attack penalty. 18.
that just hits.
Okay. That's 11 piercing damage.
Okay, I'm almost dead.
Alright, and that's his turn. Alright, Cyan.
Okay. Ah, fuck me. If I carry on in melee, I'm going to die. So I'm going to step here.
Okay.
Then I'm going to... And I'm gonna kind of move to kind of here.
Sure. And for your third action?
Just fucking shoot at it with my short bow, I guess.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, 14 misses, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm not doing great.
All right. These creatures are starting to notice, but they're still sort of in the process of helping this creature out. Yarrow.
To cast Vibrant Thorns.
Okay.
Do. Yeah, so Yarrow casts a spell that sprouts brambly thorns all over her body. They kind of like wrap around her and create an extra layer of armor.
Amazing. So that's a focus point to use that. So I think you've only got one focus point, so until you refocus.
Yeah,
So that's fine. Is that 2 actions to do that?
I think so. Yeah. So have I got one left? Then yeah.
Oh no, Vibrant Thorns is 1 action.
Oh, it's 1 action.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting to have more actions.
Yeah, so you can cast a spell if you want.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking about what the best option is. She's gonna cast her icicle spell at the big creature thing.
Yeah.
Does Can she also? Does this count as a whole action? Her trying to work out if it's undead. Or-
This creature does give off a big undead vibe. Like it's got like all these sort of like it's almost like as you now see it right in front of you. You see down its belly. It's all stitched together. It almost looks like it's like a taxidermied creature that has been created for this purpose.
Great, that's exactly what I want to hear. So, yeah, I mean, obviously Yarrow's not looking mega gleeful about it, but I am. I'm going to cast Disrupt Undead then.
Okay. You deal 1d6 positive damage plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Must make a basic fortitude save.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just bear with me. So how does the disrupt undead? The damage is just done straight up, is it? Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
the
it's
damage just comes straight up, but then it also makes a Fortitude save where it might enfeeble it.
Yeah, that's fine. It got 29 with its fortitude saves. But 8 damage. All right, you watch as as it sort of rears up on its sort of rear legs. You hit it with this spell that almost like for a second catches it off guard, but then it's sort of
a wave of energy that comes out of her scythe that's like it doesn't even really look like much. It just kind of makes the air vibrate, but it's actually like positive energy.
Yeah.
He's gonna go take that, you bloody bastard.
All right, fantastic. And that's your 3 actions then. One of these goblins is going to fire an arrow just at. Let me roll a dice. At Cascus. And it's going to be -2. Oh, natural 1. That misses.
Nice.
And then they're just going to fire a Hail Mary shot at you as well. Natural 2.
Not quite.
Yeah, and then it's just going to sort of run up here. All right, there we go. Next. Oh yeah, go on.
All right, I don't see people charge, but Cass is gonna kind of scrabble back along.
Are you dropping in after this goblin?
Yeah.
Fine. It's your turn.
Yep. Just kind of scrabbles back behind Ugo, and as he kind of goes back, he shouts. He uses Bon Mot against the large undead creature and says something like, "You have the type of a face not even a mother could love." He kind of shouts back. Let's just find this check. I don't understand how in practice that really works. Maybe it's like, hitting back to some kind of memory somewhere.
Mummy!
I think it might just be like if you shout at a dog, even if you're saying "I love you," they still like acts really like oh.
That dog.
It's the same thing. What does it need to do? Sorry, a will check. A will save.
Hold on, beg your pardon. Sorry, let me just double check. Feet. I should read it a second ago.
Oh, it's against the will target's will DC. Sorry.
Yep, will DC. Yep.
Yeah. All right, ignore that roll then. That in that case, it does not succeed. I'm afraid.
Mine doesn't.
No, actually, it actually might be a critical failure. Yeah, it is a critical. It is a critical failure because you rolled 11, right?
I accidentally private lead.
Oh, all right. Here you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no,
awful.
Yeah. So that's a critical failure, unfortunately.
Okay, fine. So I now have a -3 status penalty to perception and will saves until I issue another bomb and succeed.
Okay.
And then for my final action, I can't really use aid. I don't want to drop prone. Maybe like recall knowledge on the creature.
Sure. Yeah, make a religion check on this one.
Okay, and because I have keen recollection, when I use a recall knowledge, I get to use a bonus, my proficiency bonus, equal to my my level instead of a 0.
Yeah.
If I'm untrained, but I might actually be trained. Hold on, quick look. You want me to do a religion roll? Okay.
Yeah, because it's all parts of like creatures and divine plane.
I'm untrained, but it'll be whatever this is plus 3.
Well, you can do Arcana or Religion, I'd say, or Occult.
I think they're all untrained, but I will use occult. And I'll put keen recollection on intelligence. Cool. So 24. Shit. Did I have to say before what I was going to be?
No, it's fine.
I was going to ask for its like how kind of tough it is, i.e. like armor class kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. Well, with that roll, you're pretty confident it's tougher than your level. Like it will have an AC of 22, I'll say, for that.
Okay. Excellent. And that'll be the end of his turn.
Cool. Nyx is gonna skitter up this wall. And it's just getting to the top of it. Just having a look out. This goblin's still doing that. Hanira.
To come up from under my blanket so I can use my mouse. So cold. I'm gonna cast magic missile.
Magic missile.
Grey beams at it.
Rainbow beams.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, roll your damage. 5. And 6. All right, yeah. So firing, pew pew pew, just hitting the side of it. Yeah, it stumbles back a little bit. Its stitches becoming undone as you hit them. Great, that's 3 actions then.
Oh, I'm just going to the toilet. I'll be
Sure.
back in a second.
Ugo.
Right, I shall. How hurt does it seem by what it's taken so far?
It's not. It doesn't seem bloodied yet.
Okay, but it does seem like it was
To use the 4th edition term.
hurt by it, not like
It's
it's not just like
yeah.
it is a flesh wound type thing.
No, it has been hurt a bit.
All right. In which case, I shall simply rage and then charge in and make a maul attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is 21 to hit.
21. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh no, you don't have any bonuses, do you?
Don't think so. No.
There's no flat-footed or anything. No, unfortunately, that misses them.
Okay, that's it for me then.
Okay. Well, top of the round. This creature, another strength check. Oh, it's rolling pretty badly on its stealth checks, which is good for you guys.
Just to figure out
Alright.
if I can put raging on this somehow.
Cadell's turn. And then invisibility doesn't. Yeah, if the target uses a hostile action, the spell ends after that hostile action has been completed. In that case, Cadell is going to. Where was he? He was here. Just going to run over here. And then he's going to cast heal. I did put heal on this sheet. Why isn't it here anymore? There we go. Right. You're living, right, Cyan, currently?
Yeah, I'm alive.
Okay. Right, so that's 9 points of healing to you that you feel like a hand on your shoulder. You hear a whisper in your ear. Dude, don't die on me now. I need this. And that's it. Right. This goblin is noticing is going to skitter up here. He's going to fire a couple of strikes. One at Cyan.
Can I nimble dodge it?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I've already used my reaction, haven't I? Oh no, wait, no, that came back on my turn.
Yeah,
Oh
it
wait,
came
no,
back on your
I have. Sorry. Wait, have I?
I think you used nimble dodge right off the bat, and then you've got it back. You've got it back.
Right.
now.
Okay.
Right. So that's a 27 to hit.
Oh my god.
I know they did roll pretty well on that.
Yeah, that's a hit.
FYI, like big numbers doesn't necessarily mean they're really strong as Pathfinder. So that's 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then 16 to hit.
Is that on me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
You got
No,
loads.
no, 16. No, that doesn't.
No, I didn't think so. And then last one is 14. Oh, that misses. Fine. This one. Alright. This one is going to attack you, Ugo, with its jaws. It rears up before you. Although, yeah, so you watch as it's like, now notice like really close up to it. It's all held together with stitches. And as it sort of like stares you down, its face sort of opens up, aka Demogorgon from Stranger Things. And all the stitches like break, and you see that it's got like loads of like really sharp jaws, and it just goes for you. 20 to hit.
That hits.
That's 14 piercing.
Okay.
And then it's going to leg attack you. 15. That misses.
That does miss.
And it's going to then climb up on top of here.
How far?
It's like 15 feet up. I'll say it's 15 feet.
Okay. I don't have a climbing speed, unfortunately, so I
Yeah,
can't
this-
follow it.
This one does. Cyan.
Can I like see where it is?
From where you are, yeah, you can see its head poking out. It'll
Alright.
have greater cover against you though.
I see Nyx is there though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So oh fuck. So I have a climbing kit.
Yeah, you could just try and climb, but it'll be a climb check.
Yeah, I'll if I go up there though I'm dead. I'm gonna yell at Nyx to get the fuck down, and I'm going to fire a short bow at it.
Yep, sure.
That'll miss.
No, that will miss.
I'm gonna fire again.
24 would hit, but it's got greater cover against you, so that's plus
Oh.
4 to its AC. So unfortunately, that misses.
Well, I don't know what else I can do here. There's not like a dodge action or anything, right? Or a. I think I'll just have to move here. Well, no, actually, I'm going to move over by here. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. This goblin is gonna climb. Athletics. Natural 1. These goblins! They're natural ones. Alright, well that fails. Critical failure. If you began the climb on step, you fall and land prone. Great. So he's going to stand up and he's going to try and climb again. Okay, that's fine. He gets up there. Alright, Yarrow.
I'm gonna cast. Wait, can I? So is he like out of sight, out in covered, or can I still see the?
You can see him
Whatever it is.
poking out slightly, but it'll be greater cover from where you currently are.
How does that work with a spell that doesn't have anything to do with AC?
Oh right, that's fine. As long as you can see it, as long as you know which square he's on, you can target with that. So if it's like a save or whatever.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Yeah, she's gonna cast the disrupt undead again, and
Okay.
just send another wave of this positive energy out.
Is it will save us? Do what save is that?
Fortitude.
Fort. Uh, 18. So it just fails. So it's enfeebled 1, and it takes 15 damage. Nice. Alright, it's starting to look pretty rough now. It sort of gives off a bit of a brutal, almost scream. As it gets hit by this. Alright. Anything else? Yeah.
Not that I can think of. She's happy with her position, so yeah, I think that's all. Unless there's like some action that would be of benefit that I haven't thought of.
Oh, I don't know. Actions are hard.
Yeah, she's pretty happy with what she's done. She's pretty.
You
Pretty
could drop.
happy.
You could always drop prone or something in case you didn't want to get shot by arrows. But
No, I think she's okay.
all right, fair enough. All right, one of these goblins is kind of just giving up on this, trying to get this thing out. It's like, I'll get out of his own accord. It's fine. Just gonna move up a bit, and it's gonna shoot an arrow at Yarrow. Arrow at Yarrow. That's 27 to hit. And
Yep.
that's 6 piercing damage. And it's going to shoot another one at Hanera. 15. I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. Cascus.
Would I be able to reach this creature if I use the climb action? I can't quite tell what's kind of like hard terrain and what's not.
I'd say you'd be able to get to the top with a climb
So-
action, yeah.
They're there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that then.
You need to make an athletics check.
Yeah, I know. I know that. I don't think that's going to make sense. Then. Cascus is going to throw another bomb bot at the creature. To the north. This time he's going to say, You had enough already. You run away and hide. Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, unfortunately, that's another critical failure. Poor
Cascus
Cascus.
runs away, crying.
You hear an invisible voice from Cadell in your ear saying, "He doesn't understand you. Stop trying." All right.
What a mess. He's gonna just drop. He's gonna hide in the bush and drop prone. Fucking hell. What a mess.
You're just gonna dive into the bush. Fair
Yep.
enough.
He's
Just
useless.
out of
He's in
embarrassment.
the bush. Yep.
All right, Nyx, hearing what Cyan said, is facing down this this creature. She like instinctively just takes a step back, and just begins teetering on top of the thing, and she's gonna try and climb down. That succeeds. She just jumps on your shoulder, Cyan.
In my bag. In my bag. Quickly.
You just open the bag. She jumps in it.
Yeah.
That's fine. Right, this goblin again, seeing its friends give up, it's just gonna move up to here. It's gonna shoot Ugo with a short bow.
Okay,
Oh yeah, 20 to hit.
that hits.
7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Then it's going to shoot a Yarrow. Ooh, natural 20 for 25. Multiple attack penalty. So that will... does that hit normally? Yeah, 25. So that would be a crit because it's a natural 20. That moves it up one. Oh, it's a deadly D10 as well. Damn.
Oh.
That's 22 piercing damage, Yarrow.
Fucking hell.
Away.
She's gonna give out a little cry of pain and
Just
look very sorry for herself.
Ooh, I didn't mean to. Okay, and that's one's turn. Hinera.
I am going to move here and cast Spider Climb on Ugo, so he gets a climbing speed the same as his, equal to his speed.
Cool.
Doesn't actually say how long it's for.
10
it-
minutes.
Yeah.
When does it say that?
Duration.
Oh, yeah,
10
at the
minutes
bottom.
end.
All right, cool. Ugo, you suddenly feel like Spider-Man.
Nice.
And yeah, you feel like, oh, my hands are really sticky now. I can climb up the wall. Yeah.
Does he still need a free hand to climb? Or can he kind of run up the wall Spider-Man style?
Oh yeah, you probably are gonna need a free hand.
Okay.
But you can. But it's a free action to drop one hand on your weapon.
Yeah, it just means it's just an extra action to put the hand back on to.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right, is that your turn then, Hinera? Right, this goblin is gonna shoot at you, Hinera.
E.
16 to hit.
Miss.
Right, I'm gonna shoot again. 16 again. That's another miss.
Miss.
And it's just gonna move up here. Ugo.
Okay, Ugo is going to. He's actually just going to drop his maul and climb up to here.
Right.
And then with his second action, he is going to try and grapple the flesh crawler, was it? What's it called? Something like necro husk. Don't know where I got flesh crawler from.
It's fleshy and it crawls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this will be against its fortitude DC. So 25.
25. Yeah, that succeeds.
Okay. And last action, I would like to attempt to trip it. So this will be against its reflex DC.
Yep.
That'll be with a -5.
Yep.
Is that easily available in here? I'll just do them anyway. Ooh, that's a 13.
That misses. That fails, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, getting to the top, grabbing it, it's sort of like, yeah, but getting the purchase to actually trip it over is more difficult than that.
Cool.
All
That's it for
right.
me.
In that case, it's turn. Oh no, it's this one's turn over here. Still struggling. And still getting terrible rolls. Okay. Which is probably good for you guys. Right, Cadell is gonna run over here. He's going to have to use 2 actions to run. And you watch as suddenly he reappears, holding a kukri in his hand.
Ooh.
A sort of curved, sort of angled blade that slashes one of these creatures, one of these goblins, and I was just gonna kill that goblin outright. This goblin immediately just like collapses dead. All right, this goblin. Noticing this, these goblins are all going to shoot at Cadell. 23. That's gonna miss. You watch as Cadell dodges. So the goblin's gonna try again. 9. That's gonna miss. And he's just gonna run over here. All right, then this goblin coming over here is going to use an aid action to aid this creature. Oh, Jesus. Terrible. Alright.
I'm glad we're not the only ones rolling bad.
Yeah.
Right. In this case, the Necro Husk that you're grappling, Ugo, is going to have to attack you.
Okay.
So it's going to, again, slam you with its jaws. 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah, natural 2. And then...
Only just.
Natural 2 again. Great.
Oh.
Oh.
And then it's going to, with its third action, just try and lash out. 19 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, that was a natural 13 that time. With minus 10. That's 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah, as it sort of like is lashing out, you're just like grappling with it, dodging as it goes for you and manages to get 1 hit in. Cyan.
I'm going to get my short bow and fire at this goblin here.
Yep.
The one to the diagonal of our friendo.
Yeah, that's fine.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I think that's wrong. I think it's just adding the sneak attack on.
Oh yeah, I added the sneak attack on there because you're not hiding from it, so. So yeah, you won't get sneak attack. So that'll just be 5 then.
And then I'm might as well try it again.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a nat 20.
Nice. Alright, roll damage. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Right, so it says deadly D10 on a critical hit. The weapon adds a
Yeah,
weapon
so you,
damage die of the listed size.
yeah, so you need to add a d10 as well. The 2d6. Do you get sneak attack on a crit?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, it has to have the flat-footed condition, so that's going to be 5, and then roll me a d10 as well. 6, so 22 in total. Well, yeah, it's definitely going to die. It's definitely dead. You watch as this time you shoot it right in the center of the skull that carries on its head, and it is dead.
And then I'm just gonna drop prone.
Sure. Yeah, you're going to drop prone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll give you a save against. Well, it'll help you against the arrows.
Ranged attacks.
Yeah. All right. This goblin is gonna run around here. Is gonna shoot down at Cadell with 1 attack. No, it's gonna miss. And then it's gonna shoot at Hanera with another. 15? 15 misses.
Miss.
Yeah, that's done. All right, Yarrow.
She's gonna cast a healing spell on herself.
Yep. Is that the 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 action heal. Alright, 15 points of healing.
And then, is there like a list of actions somewhere so that I know?
Yep,
What-
I've got a link to you here. I'll send it to you. On the Discord. It's, well, there's a few, but this is quite a useful link.
Okay, thank you. Just because I am basically just making it up every time because I can't actually hold in my head what all the actions are.
Yeah, it's good to have as a reference.
I guess try and what was he said before? Go prone so that I'm not being shot at as much.
Yeah, drop prone will help.
Yeah, drop prone. She'll drop prone.
So have you done your healing?
Yeah. I'm gonna add it to myself. It's 15.
Yeah, fine. Okay. This goblin's dead. Cascus.
Alright, Cass.
You're prone in the brush at the moment,
Yeah,
aren't you?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He's gonna kind of sit there for a moment and go, what is the use? And head over next to Cyan, and I'm thinking like he's gonna shout out one more time. That's unlucky. And what was I gonna say this time? I don't know. Like I give up on you. You are useless. And that
That
how it is.
succeeds.
That gets to it.
No, that succeeds that time.
Cool. And
You
it's
got
not a
it.
crit. No, it's not a crit. No, it's just not.
No, it's not a crit.
Okay, cool. So it's got a -2 penalty to its what was it, will and fortitude, I think it was. And then
Cool.
I think I'm miles away from. I'm like a couple turns from getting anything. So I think I might just use like the aid action.
Sure.
For like if Cyan wants to shoot any more of the goblins on his next turn.
Yeah, so you can like point out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I need to do a DC 20 check. Crit success is +2. And I don't. Yeah, that's right. So DC 20. What is the type?
I'd say make a perception check for Cyan, maybe, I guess,
Okay.
for the aid.
Okay. 25.
So
Pretty good.
yeah, so the way aid works is it takes you do the aid on your turn, and then when Cyan takes his action, then you roll, but you can say that roll.
Oh, okay.
And it's a reaction.
I beg your pardon. Thank you.
That's right. And that was everything, right? Because you stood up as well.
Yep. I maybe did one too many
Oh,
things.
no,
then,
ignore that.
actually, because I moved.
Well, you stood up, you moved, and then you aided, right?
But I've also done a bomb mark, haven't I?
Yeah. All right. So maybe not the aid then.
Okay.
Uh,
Cascus is the most useless character in the party today.
It's just one of those days. Nyx is just hanging out. Hanera.
I'm gonna cast magic missile at it. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna cast magic missile. No one.
-3. -4. -6. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to look pretty hurt. As you keep peppering it. All right, cool. Goblin warrior. This one is going to fire up at you, Ugo.
Okay.
Natural one. I must have rolled about 6 natural ones this fight. 11. That misses.
Yep.
And then 15 misses as well.
Yep.
Alright, that's it for that. Ugo!
So, I've been frantically Googling about the rules for, like, dragging around creatures that you have grappled, and they're...
Yeah, there
from what I
isn't.
can tell, there aren't any.
There actually aren't any rules.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there's not actually any rules for it.
It's just like, oh yeah, if you move, you lose the grapple.
Yeah.
Which seems a bit weird. So, the only thing I can... Unless...
Because there's a shove action.
Yeah.
That's how you move things.
Yeah, but you can only shove away from you.
Yeah.
So...
Well, I will homebrew it that you can shove in any direction you want. Because like shove and pulling and stuff, like I don't know why there isn't a pull action, you know. So I'll allow it. I'll homebrew it so you can shove in any direction.
Okay, so basically my goal here is to try and pull it over the edge.
Okay. Make an athletics check against its fortitude, against its reflex DC, I guess.
Okay. Oh, that's not great. 13.
13's actually a critical failure.
Oh, so I lose the
so
grapple.
I'll say you lose the grapple. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Why are you clumsy? What's that?
that's from that I am clumsy from my big weapon.
Rage.
So I
Actually,
get
what does enfeebled actually do?
enfeebled. Oh, is that from Cascus?
No, it's
No,
from
that was
Yarrow.
from-
Physically weakened. Oh yeah, so this is -1 to that. So hang on, let me just see if that's 13. Oh, that'll still be a critical failure, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
You're one off.
Yeah, so I'm clumsy 1 from having the giant weapon, and then
Okay.
so I actually get -2 to my AC total.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you dropped that before you started climbing.
No, I dropped my maul. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, so I wouldn't actually have that -1. So yeah, I'd be 18 AC, still raging though.
That's fine.
All right, so
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
trying to. I guess I'll try and shove it again.
Sure.
So that's going to be another athletics. Have on here. So that'll be 22.
22. That still doesn't succeed. Reflex is best save.
Oof. That I think that would be against. Wait, is shove against?
Oh, it's against fortitude, is it?
Yeah, shoves against fortitude. Yeah, trip is reflex. Shove
Oh
and
yeah.
grapple
Okay.
are.
Yeah. Well, then that one does succeed. I'll say you. Yeah. All right. So you're still going to lose the grapple because is a successful.
Yeah.
Shove is 10 feet. Yeah.
So it's 10 on a crit, 5 on a regular success.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a crit. So it's over here.
Okay, so
It's,
I'm kind
it's
of
just teetering on the edge of the moment.
yeah. Well, might as well Hail Mary try and
try
and shove it over the edge.
Was this with the -5?
Yeah, so it'll be it's 22.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, oh no, that's right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
So
carry on.
-10. Max I can do is 21, though.
A crit
Or
will help.
20. Yeah, crit would help. It's either that or run away.
Yeah, the Hail Mary is the
think-
looking for that natural 20.
I think I might be better off running away. Or running towards the goblins.
Have a go.
I'll try and shove it off.
Why not?
I could do my thing, but it's probably... actually, yeah, it'll be... No, I think I need.
Well-
I think I need the natural 20. We're gonna roll it.
Yeah, go.
I don't think assurance will help.
Ah,
Nope. No,
No,
that's a 7.
unfortunately, no. Yeah.
Oh
Alright,
shit,
so...
that makes me prone, doesn't it? Didn't think about that.
Oh yeah, you are prone.
Yeah.
You're prone
Oh,
on
no.
you're prone on the edge.
Yeah. Oh dear. That's fine. I didn't think about it. Neither did Ugo.
No.
It's just role playing.
Makes sense.
role
Yeah,
play.
yeah. Right. Well, as that's the end of the round, should we end there then, and we'll come back next
Sure.
session on round 4?
All right.
Yeah. Because it's 10 o'clock
Yeah. Okay.
now. So, thanks all for playing.
Thanks for running.
Thanks for murdering us soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people that are doing all the damage are the goblins, not that creature really. So
Yeah, it took
be
me down to like past half health.
Yeah.
that's 'cause
Also,
you're
that's
weak.
also only because it rolled 2 natural 2s on
Yeah,
its
that's
attacks
true.
on Ugo. Because Ugo doesn't have high AC. It's like 17 when he's got his weapon out.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for playing, everyone. I will see you again next time, whether that's next week or after. We'll see. We'll see.
All right. See you next week. Maybe Russian spammerinos.
See you next time.
See ya.